Welcome back to Uncovering Real Estate, brought to you by the Brampton Real Estate Board. Before the break, we were talking to Mark Weisleder from realestatelawyers.ca about the different things that you have to understand when it comes to the standard contract for purchase and sale. Mark, we live in an era of the Internet of Things. People are booking their own vacations, people are arranging so many things for themselves online. The middleman is slowly being eroded out. Yet, it's understood that the prudent thing to do is always to have a good real estate agent. Why do you think it's so important in an era where maybe more and more people might be tempted, hey, maybe I can do this directly?
There's a lot of information on the internet. In my opinion, there's too much information.
Yeah.
There's too much. And if you try to take it all in, you'll drive yourself crazy. You'll never buy a home because you're always going to find something wrong.
Yes.
Oh, but this has something and this has something. When you use an experienced realtor that has local knowledge, they live in the community. They do a lot of transactions in the community. They know the neighborhoods of the community. Then you're less likely to get what I call a surprise after closing. So when you deal with realtors, first of all, who are experienced, they have good recommendations. They've been referred to you, you've checked them out, and they have this local knowledge of the community, then, they'll know about transit, schools, and not just schools, but can I get into this school? Is there a waiting list in this school? What's good to be near a school and then you can't get in and your children can't get in? So, a local realtor, to me, can help you overcome a lot of those difficulties. And yes, the internet is good. Use the internet to start to research, find neighborhoods that are attractive to you, but the contract is complicated, the clauses are complicated, and there's too many other things that you need help with, in my opinion.
Yes.
And that's why, to me, a good realtor is really going to make a difference for you.
And you really don't want the procedure to be stressful, right? It is a complicated, and sometimes, even with a real estate agent, in terms of time, you could spend 3 or 4 months looking at different houses. So it's already a time-consuming thing. Why would you want to add so many of the burdens of the nitty-gritty to that process?
That's right. In my opinion, when you make a commitment to a realtor and they make a commitment to you when you're working together, then you can go about your day and work and look after your family while that realtor is out there 100% of the time looking for properties that meet your needs. They'll figure out exactly what you need as far as bedrooms, school, location. They'll figure that out, and then they'll only bring you properties that meet your needs.
Mark, how would you differentiate the role of a real estate lawyer from a realtor?
Yeah, to me, I will typically see a deal.
Okay.
Once all the conditions have been waived. Now, if it's a condominium, then I have to approve something called the status certificate, which just is a document which tells you the condominium building is in good shape, that they have no lawsuits against them, that they have money in their reserve fund to pay for repairs both now and in the future. So I'll get in, early, but otherwise, primarily, they're working with a good realtor, and then once everything is firm, I'm the one that helps to take them through to closing. So I'm going to be the one that's dealing with the bank to make sure the mortgage papers are prepared, that they have the proper insurance if they're the buyers, and that the buyers know how much money they're going to need to close the deal, meaning to pay for the land transfer tax, fees, and whatever balance may be owing to the seller. And so, this is the role of the lawyers, and also to do all the proper searches to protect them.
Mark, earlier in the show, you alluded to the fact that we're looking at overbidding nowadays. It's a hot real estate market in the GTA, whether it be Brampton, Mississauga, Toronto. Prices are going up. Keeping that in mind, and I'm going to draw with some of your legal knowledge over here. Since you're a lawyer, you are familiar with lawmakers. What do you think of some of these new amendments that the new Liberal government have brought up in terms of down payments and so on?
I found from speaking to mortgage people in general that the class of people involved in this little increase in the down payment with CMHC, they weren't doing a lot of deals in that little segment anyways.
Okay.
So and that's why people are finding that it hasn't really changed much in the market. What's most important is, yes, prices are going up, but interest rates have never been this low ever. And you can sign on for a mortgage. If you notice anything creeping up, you can lock in for 5 years. And so no matter what happens with the market, you're guaranteed payments for 5 years. So as long as you can afford your payment of mortgage and the taxes and your utilities, it's still a fabulous time to buy a house. And the GTA may be one of the most desirable places in the world for people to come to live. I mean, think about it. We have more communities, cultures, languages spoken in the GTA than anywhere in the world. This is why everybody wants to come here. And so it's a wonderful thing. We're blessed in that way, and that people should never be worried when they buy a home. Oh, the prices are going to go down. If you're locked into a payment you can afford for 5 years, the prices will come back even if it happens.
Okay, that's a very salient point you've made, Mark. We covered a lot of the nitty-gritty in terms of the standard conditions of the agreement of purchase and sale. One thing that we didn't cover is it required for a buyer to receive a survey?
You know, surveys are important. Like we have something called title insurance. And title insurance will protect you, for example, against identity theft. Or if certain payments weren't made by a seller before closing, title insurance will protect you. It also will protect you if, for example, you didn't have a survey and it turns out, let's say, that your swimming pool is on your neighbor's property. So title insurance will pay to correct that. So this is one of the reasons why we need title insurance, because there may not always be a survey, but if you have a survey, then you could see in advance if you have any problems, and they can be corrected instead of relying on title insurance. So that swimming pool example I gave you, title insurance could come and say, we really can't fix it, so we're just going to fill in the pool and pay you the difference in value of your home with a pool or without a pool. That may not be a great solution for you. If you had the survey, you would know that. Now, this is an extreme example, but it's always an additional benefit if you have a proper survey, but it is not mandatory in order to get a mortgage, in order to get title insurance, and title insurance will protect you in most cases.
Excellent. We've come to the end of the show. Time has just flown, Mark. If people want to find out more, read more about understanding the standard conditions of the agreement of purchase and sale, where do they go?
Well, at our website, we explain a lot, especially how much, people always ask me how much we charge. It's all on our website. They can just go there and get a quote online at realestatelawyers.ca. And I've also written books on the agreement of purchase and sale where I explain everything. And they can pick that up as well under Mark Weisleder at realestatelawyers.ca.
Fantastic. Mark Weisleder, real estate lawyer, thank you so much for coming on the show. You've given us some great insights on to the conditions of agreement of purchase and sale.
Thank you very much, Wasim.
It has been a pleasure talking to you. Folks, we hope you enjoyed this great episode of Uncovering Real Estate presented by the Brampton Real Estate Board. We'll see you again next week with another great topic pertaining to your real estate needs.